Welcome again, Noble family. We're going to continue our discussion as we look at the reaction to George Floyd's death, the video, the community's reaction, and what we can do as community-oriented policing officers and organizations to address that. We're going to bring in our Noble National President, Chief C.J. Davis. Chief Davis, are you there?
I am.
All right, Chief Davis, welcome. Thank you for joining us this morning. So first, just asking you a question. How did you react to that video when you saw it as a mother, as a woman of color, as a police chief? The three different feelings that I imagine. How did you kind of react in those different venues of life for you?
Keenan, I was outraged, and I was so disappointed and hurt, and I thought about all of the many family members that I have, African American men in my family that move about every day, and I can't put it in any better words than the mayor. The mayor stated that being Black in America should not be a death sentence, and that just resonated with me. And it just, I felt like that individual, Mr. Floyd, was being treated like an animal.
I can imagine that was very painful to watch and see that video, as many have talked about it. As the Durham police chief, what are you doing to help lead your agency to hopefully prevent that type of incident in your community?
Well, the philosophy of the department has to start at the top. And I think it's important that my officers know what my position is as it relates to community relations, and for them to see me in the community, and for me to demonstrate how important it is to have those one-on-one conversations and be in environments where we have difficult conversations. But more than anything, to have my officers understand that I won't tolerate the mistreatment of any community member, of any individual. That is not what we are called to work to do. We are entrusted by our community members to do the right thing with integrity, with honor, and to treat everybody with equity.
Awesome. And then my final question is, you're the president of Noble. I've been an active member with the organization, have lots of years of experience. What do you think we can do as an organization, Noble, our members, our chiefs and sheriffs? What can we do to start to bring about the change we've talked about and continue to be the conscience of law enforcement?
Well, we have talked about how our voice is so important. At this point, I think we have to be beyond the voice. We have to get in the room with individuals that will help us to impact change. That's what people want. That's what I want. That's what my colleagues want. Any individual that's in this industry is very concerned about how do we move forward when there is such a breach of trust. And we are in a very unique position to be able to impact change. As African American leaders in this country, our voice can impact change. And when I talk about change, I'm talking about policy changes, mandates for agencies. And I think Noble can lead in that direction.
Definitely something we want to look at doing in Noble. And not to be lost on anyone is the fact that we're still facing a global pandemic. And so you have your officers, your agency, and your community. How are those things going on with Durham and your agency as well, as we take on this high tension and a health risk all at the same time?
Absolutely. Well, with all of the local orders that are in place, the state orders that are in place, the social distancing, there is a lot of responsibility that rests in the lap of law enforcement. These are activities and daily responsibilities that we're not accustomed to, supporting a major health pandemic. But my officers, along with the country, understand how important it is that we help to suppress COVID-19. We have not made one arrest in the city of Durham. We have not written one citation. We have encouraged our community members to voluntarily comply with the various orders. This isn't a time to put people in jail. Our jail systems are very, very dangerous and risky right now. So if we can avoid that, we will.
Well, that's excellent news. Glad to hear those great things that Noble is doing, and certainly what you're doing as a leader there in Durham. So we appreciate you taking time today to meet with us here on Noble Newsmakers, and we'll look for you later on, because I know all kinds of places that you're going to be and inspiring others as they take on the challenges that they face. So, Chief Davis, thank you again, and thank you, audience, for joining us on Noble Newsmakers.
Thank you all so much. Be well.